Hello Tubies, how are you doing? I hope you're doing fantastically fabulous, and if you're not, well, I'm sorry for you, but I hope you'll be doing fantastically fabulous tomorrow. You're going to hear a dishwasher in the background, but as we've already established from previous videos, not only am I recording a bunch of videos in one day, because I have a lot of topics that I want to talk about, but also that I don't care that you hear a dishwasher in the background, because I'm human. I do the dishes. So I wanted to talk about if I'm a necromancer. Some people have asked me, especially on TikTok, because I talk about the spirits a lot, and working with the spirits. And what are the spirits? The spirits, for me, in my craft, are of the dead. That doesn't make me a necromancer, though. They're also of the ancestors, of the earth, of the sky, of the air, of nature, of the fire, of everything. But specifically when I talk about the spirits, I'm talking about the spirits of the dead. Not only do I live by 3 graveyards within walking distance of my place, which is in a downtown location, but I also have a lot of spiritual activity within this apartment building itself. There's a little old lady that likes to visit every now and then. I see her shadowy outline sometimes at night, hear her tapping on the walls. She doesn't say anything, but she's always around in some form or another. She likes to make her presence known late at night, very late at night, around 3 or 4 in the morning. She's not loud, or she doesn't really wake me up, but I always know she's there, especially if I get up at that time for one reason or another. I can feel her presence, I can sense her presence. She's just there, just watching, just wandering, just pacing. When I work with the spirits of the dead, the relationship that I have with them is very much, they tell me what they want done, when they want it done, and how they want it done. They don't tell me specifically what herbs, candles, intentions, or so on and so forth to put in. It's more of a feeling. This needs to be done. Okay, I'll use these candles and these herbs and these things. I like to use a lot of candles in my magic because it gives me a physical representation of the magic working. I like to use a lot of fire in my craft because fire is very purifying, but it's very powerful, and you can draw power from fire, as a lot of us should know. But in terms of being a necromancer, I don't think so. Because when I think of necromancer, I instantly think of a fantasy definition of necromancer, raising the dead and working evil magics and so on and so forth to manipulate the dead and to control the dead and having an army of skeletons and other ghastly ghouls to do your bidding, hanging out in cemeteries and so on and so forth. And that's not me. I don't have skulls and bones around, and I don't have wicked vials of potions and all this other stuff. I just let the dead guide me, speak to me, and work through me with their energies and my own intentions. Working with the dead is very relaxing. It's peaceful. There's always spirits in my house, all kinds of spiritual energy. They may not be in forms that we would recognize, but the energy is always there. And when it comes to Halloween, if you will, or Samhain, or is it Samhain? Samhain? I don't know. Halloween, we'll just go with Halloween. When it comes to Halloween, I've got candles lit to guide the dead. I've always got candles lit to guide the dead at night. Usually I've got 2 candles on the back of my altar lit, and I've got a little lantern by the window and on the altar that I light for the spirits to guide them, and I usually burn patchouli. You've seen me burn tons of patchouli in the past. Burning patchouli for me is a way of not only connecting with the earth, which is what I like to do, but also to connect with the spirits of the land, the spirits of the earth, the spirits of the dead. I've been working with spirits for a long time. I'm not a medium. I don't really believe in mediums. I'm not saying that they're fake or they're fraud or whatever. I think the ones on TV in the reality shows are a little fraudulent. And there's been some exposés in the past that have proved that some of them are very fraudulent. But in terms of mediums, the ones that talk on YouTube about being a medium and whatnot, I don't believe in it. I'm not saying it's not real, I just personally don't believe in it. For me, it's not about mediumship or talking with a specific dead person. There's no one specific dead person that I work with or that I could name off the top of my head. It's just the energy of the spirits. I can hear them whisper, I can hear them chat. I know when they're angry, I know when they're upset, I know when they're agitated that I'm not doing something. I've talked at length in the past about how the spirits guide my craft and really lead me in the direction that I need to be going in order to attain the things that I need to attain. And usually when I'm doing a lot of magic, it's with the spirits. I've worked with the saints in the past, as you have known. The Morrigan is sometimes around, not very often, but sometimes around. I can call upon her if I need her guidance for something. I also work a lot these days with demons, as you know. From a lot of my past videos. I like working with demons, and we'll talk about that in another video. But when it comes to working with the dead, I don't think that makes you a necromancer. I mean, each to their own. But for me, that's not really what my craft is. Just because the spirits guide me and protect me and work with me and let me know the things that they need done when they need it done doesn't necessarily make me a necromancer. I've been called a necromancer a few times, and I don't think that label fits. I have yet to find a label for my craft, as a lot of you know. Some have called me Abrahamic, some have called me misguided, or they've called my craft a mess because it doesn't follow a book, it doesn't follow a specific tradition or a path, and I don't think your craft needs to. But on the subject of being a necromancer, that's not me, okay? So I hope that this has kind of enlightened you a little bit as to what it's like for me personally to work with spirits and spiritual energy. Again, it's not that I'm working with a particular spirit or I know of the dead people that I'm working with. It's just that I can see faceless entities that of spiritual energy that pass through me or surround me. I can tell if they're man or woman. And they surround me when I'm doing my workings and my rituals, and they are around. A lot of my workings happen late at night because that's the easiest time to connect with the spirits, especially after the sun goes down. I don't know what it is about that, but it's just they're more active around that time. Okay? Until next time, my fabulous tubies.